Plus, all tires are on sale. Plus, ask for 0 interest on all electronics, $2.99 and up. Whirlpool, Maytag, and GE appliances, $3.99 and up. And all furniture and premium mattress sets, $4.99 and up. So get into Montgomery Ward today, while there's still some competition to crush.
This week on CNET Central, forget the singles bars and find your perfect date on the internet.
I met a guy online. We started this incredible whirlwind romance.
Coming up next on USA. Meet the first fully interactive digital rock band.
Looking for love in all the wrong places? Now you can look on the net.
We started this incredible whirlwind romance.
Hi, I'm Gina St. John.
And I'm Richard Hart. All that plus our digital summer travel guide and more, all on CNET Central.
CNET Central is brought to you in part by Microsoft. Where do you want to go today? Network MCI Business and Pipeline, the home internet provider.
This is about the virtual office, about breaking the chains, stretching the boundaries, and making the world your workplace, about taking your business everywhere and anywhere, about paging, laptops, cell phones, the internet, and conferencing. And it's not conversation or speculation. This is about how one company can give you the help, hardware, and software to make your virtual office a reality. This is about how far you can go once you know how. Network MCI, that's how.
那生意怎么了？
嗨，不太妙，市场部老是收不到工程部的最新数据。
你需要 Lotus Notes 在网络上自动复制更新的数据，这样每个人都可以随时得到最新的信息，甚至是环球网上。
这样就能知己知彼，百战百胜。
一点儿也没错。
This is CNET Central.
Welcome back to CNET Central, your resource for computers and digital technology. Now, first up today, people meeting online. Most people will tell you they use the internet for communication, but communication is getting more personal as dating services have arrived on the net. Most dating services have utilized videotapes and questionnaires in the past, but now that they're on the net, they're more interactive, faster, and even more secure. So my advice to the lovelorn is log on.
I think they're swell.
Dating. It used to be a formal affair with very strict rules.
Say, Kay, next Friday there's going to be a weenie roast, or there'll be a bowling party if you'd rather do that.
You know, dating has changed a lot since then, and so has the way that people meet each other. Searching through personal ads in the newspaper may soon become a thing of the past, thanks to your computer and the internet. Singles can meet and converse in online chat rooms, and dozens of dating services have recently sprung up on the net, attracting thousands of people looking for love in cyberspace. Do these services really work? Well, we asked one of our producers, Alex Michelle, to try one out. He's logging on to Match.com. Alex will log into the service, posting a profile of personal information, including his photograph. His picture and profile can then be accessed by other people using the service. Alex can also browse their photos. Match.com has tried to attract women who are currently underrepresented on the internet by focusing on issues like security.
We use an anonymous remailer that strips your real email address from your email messages before you choose to reveal your true identity, if that's what you ultimately choose to do.
Our customers are enthusiastic, and I think we're going to add a lot of love to the planet.
Oh, absolutely. I'm juggling 2 guys, and hopefully, if I'm lucky, I'll be juggling a few more.
I actually met a very nice lady online.
She doesn't have to, go put on lipstick to write email.
It was my first time on, and I guess I got lucky.
I'm looking forward to maybe meeting some other ladies.
He was my match.
Eva Freed has met quite a few people online.
From this ad, I've gotten responses from over 400 men, and I've actually even gone out with 20 of these guys. If anybody's watching and they're interested, they can still look it up, and I'm still listed, and they can contact me.
Let's see how our producer Alex is doing with his online love life. How's it going?
What do you think about her?
Hey, she's cute. The computer matching program found Alex and Wendy to be compatible. They were then able to start communicating via anonymous email. What impact will all this technology have on our relationships?
You don't get to meet each other right away. You don't get to hop into bed right away. You really get to know each other, and you write these wonderful love letters, and you develop yearning for each other, and you develop anticipation. And so when you finally do meet, it's much sexier.
But Dina Mandy's story shows that online dating is not without its pitfalls.
I met a guy online. We started this incredible whirlwind romance. I would get just a whole screen full of X's and O's, love and kisses. So I packed up my stuff, quit my job, left my apartment, and moved there to be with him. 2 days, it was great. The 3rd day, it fell apart, and he just wasn't the same person.
In spite of stories like Dina's, most online singles agree that the internet beats the bar scene.
When you go to a singles bar, you look for someone who's the most attractive. A guy will be attracted to the woman with the biggest boobs. A woman may be attracted to a man with the fanciest car. In cyberspace, you're attracted to someone because of their humor, because of their intellect, and because they're articulate.
Most dating services offer the typical photograph and text. But some have gone one step further, and now you can actually hear what your potential beloved sounds like.
Yeah, baby, if you send me mail, you will not be disappointed.
And the video dating service lets you screen potential matches with QuickTime movies.
The thing I value most is my friends and family.
The future holds even more advanced ways of meeting people in cyberspace. New digital cameras and rapidly increasing bandwidth will soon allow singles to meet on the internet through video conferencing. Will all this technology and virtual dating replace real dating? Probably not. Most people go into online dating services to have a face-to-face interaction. And how do these work out? Well, for Alex and his online connection, pretty good. These services are fun, but they're for adults only. So if you're a parent and you're worried about where your kids go on the net, there are products you can use like SurfWatch, which allow you to control where your children are going. They block adult-oriented sites. So if you'd like more information about this or these dating services, check out CNET Online.
Brought to you by the world leader in Windows graphics software, Corel Print House is the fast and easy way for everyone to create great-looking greeting cards, stationery, banners, and more. Work with professionally designed samples or start your own creations from scratch. With Corel Print House, it's only a few easy steps to any printing project. Get creative. Get Corel Print House, the easy all-in-one graphics powerhouse exclusively for Microsoft Windows 95.
You're watching CNET, the computer network, on air, online.
で、お子さんたち新しいコンピューター気に入ったの？
それがまだ立ち上げてないんだ。何しろ僕は不器用なもんでね。
うちじゃアクティバがみんなに大人気。IBM のホームコンピューター、CD ラムがついてて、トップトップいっぱいあるし、箱から出してすぐ使えるようになってるんですよ。
2人にでもセットアップできるってわけ？
腕はいらないのよ。
I see skies are blue, clouds are
One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
World.
Angel-headed hipsters burning for the ancient heavenly connection.
I hear babies cry.
I have a dream.
Watch them cry.
My poor little children.
They'll learn much more.
One day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
What a wonderful world.
Now, some of the news headlines from the digital world this past week. The network computer took a big step toward reality this week, and Silicon Valley heavyweights were on hand for the announcement. Apple, IBM, Netscape, Oracle, and Sun all agreed to a common NC technical standard, meaning no matter which netbox a consumer uses, software compatibility shouldn't be a problem. The network computer is for those who want word processing, email, and internet access without a PC price. They'll sell for about $500 because, unlike a PC, the NC has no disk space. Instead, users access software and documents on a remote network computer. Acorn, Olivetti, and IBM are among 15 companies announcing this week they'll manufacture net boxes.
This week's Buy It, Try It, Skip It is brought to you by Network MCI.
It's time now for Buy It, Try It, or Skip It. That is the method of review that John C. Dvorak uses. He is our multimedia guru here at CNET. He's going to tell you whether or not that CD-ROM you want to buy is top-notch or terrible.
Terrible, usually.
Oh, not.
And by the way, I am the guru.
You are. You are. Now, what do you think of this one, Guru?
Actually, this is quite interesting. It's got a weird title, 4 Paws of Crab, but it's quite the CD-ROM. Artistic interactive cookbook meets compelling travelogue. The recipes are the foundation of the CD-ROM, complete with correct Thai pronunciation,
ไก่ผัดขิง
video demonstrations, you can kind of forget those are not that helpful, and a print feature, thank God. Who's got computers in the kitchen? The Happy Market is a guidebook to the exotic ingredients and equipment of Thailand. Need a time out from cooking? Take a time romp. It's a look at the comparative political histories of Thailand and the U.S. But the section Mirrors is the real soul of the CD-ROM. Meet Nora, who documents her travels through Thailand and shares her experiences and thoughts on Thai culture and cuisine.
You suck Coca-Cola from a plastic bag and eat deep-fried silkworms.
4 Paws of Crab sells for $44.95 and is available on the PC and the Mac. I say it's a buy it. It's not bad. They've done more than just throwing a CD-ROM or throwing a cookbook on a CD-ROM. It's very entertaining. I liked it.
I'd like to eat all the food on there. It made me so hungry watching that.
Thai food later.
You're buying.
Yeah,
Now,
right.
the next title is called Peter's Numbers Adventures. Now, what is this one about?
It's a kid's game, and it's not bad. Here's Peter, your child's new computer pal.
Come, explore with me.
Peter is your guide through 10 imaginary islands of numbers. Each island is filled with colorful animations and learning activities, along with whimsical games like this cauldron, where you follow the magic potion and poof, you create a surprise. What sets this product apart is its multilingual feature. Peter speaks 4 languages.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Peter.
And the games are even culturally correct. For instance, Americans count 4-finger first.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Europeans count thumb first.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Finger number 3 really surprised me.
Le majeur porte ses bagages.
Peter's Numbers Adventure sells for $49.95 and is available on the PC and Mac. I really like, except for that finger, I really like this CD-ROM a lot. But we're giving it a try it because some of the staffers thought it was a little lame in parts.
Okay. Well, tell me what you think about this one. I love Marilyn Monroe. I'm a huge fan. So what was the CD-ROM like?
You know, there's a computer word.
What?
Bytes.
Oh.
Bernard of Hollywood's Marilyn is based on the book of the same name. It's the exclusive portfolio of photographer Bruno Bernard, who supposedly discovered Marilyn, well, when she was Norma Jean back then. There are more than 100 photos, some with useless pop-up descriptions. Oh, beauty contest. Tell me something that I didn't know. You can explore the various stages of Marilyn's life, from Norma Jean and the birth of Marilyn all the way through Renaissance and the legacy. An interactive text describes Marilyn's life along with spoken excerpts from Bruno's private journal
Rumors mushrooming in Hollywood concerning Marilyn's death.
and trivia facts. Did you know that Marilyn was paid $50 for that nude calendar? Don't get excited, the calendar is not included. How about Marilyn's timeline? Count the number of marriages or reference the complete glossary of her 29 films. And finally, there are newsreel clips. Remember this?
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Marilyn Monroe sings Happy Birthday to JFK. This must be the all-time low point in American politics. Bernard of Hollywood's Marilyn sells for $69.95 and is a hybrid disc which works both on the PC and the Mac. I say skip it. Exploitation of a dead woman. And you know what? $69.95. It costs 69 cents to make one of those discs. I'm giving away a secret. 69 cents. They're selling this for $69? Come on.
Still an all-time low point in American politics. I mean, there was Watergate, you know.
I think this was worse.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your reviews this week. If you'd like to check out all of John's reviews, you can on CNET Online. Just go in and click on CNET Central, then Television, and you're there. And don't forget while you're there to browse the CNET 100. It's the top 100 CD-ROMs.
You know, the seasoned business traveler would not be surprised to hear that this summer is the busiest in 50 years for airlines. With all the competing fare structures and the seats so crowded to begin with, you almost need a computer to help you figure out what to do. And in fact, many of us are beginning to use our computers to become our own travel agents on the internet. Summertime and the living is easy. By air, by car, or by other means, more than 230 million of us will take it easy this summer by taking off. And that begins in the great indoors.
There we go, South America. Put down 5, put down Asia 15.
Jim Hornthal is president of Preview Vacations, an online travel service offered through America Online. He says today personal computers provide the average person access to information that used to be reserved for travel agents.
You can look at hotel rooms and grounds. You can understand what's included or not in various packages.
Would-be vacationers checking into this site can find discount travel packages and even bid on their favorite hotspots through an online auction. Even major travel mags such as Outside and Condé Nast have an online component now. Click on this activities icon to find out about the latest outdoor adventure. If your tastes run to the extreme, try the Great Outdoors Recreation page, or GORP. They also provide handy links to other outdoor home pages to make your online traveling easier as well. One of the more ambitious efforts recently is TravelWeb. Looking for a hotel in Guadalajara? How about a lodge in the Florida Keys? TravelWeb enables you to make reservations yourself or leave a message for a travel agent in the area of your interest. As with any other kind of travel, watch out for sharks. If you're using a credit card, make sure the online service you're using is a secure place for transactions. And watch out for these. Summer means construction on the web, too, so you'll find many travel sites here to be a work in progress. From home exchanges in Switzerland to advice for the business traveler, there's a travel agent as near as your desktop.
This is about how your business can build new profit centers without bulldozing your budget, about looking bigger than you are. This is about call centers, people, and technology that can capture new customers, answer questions, and process orders 24 hours a day. And it's not just for the rich, the powerful, or the daring. Because there's a way you can get the help, hardware, software, and advanced toll-free service to create your call center. All you have to know is how. Network MCI, that's how.
You're watching CNET. On air, online, interactive.
When you buy a computer factory direct from Gateway 2000, our tech experts are there for you around the clock. What keeps them going?
4 hours. When I fix their problems, guys that I don't even know will just come out and say, I love you, Gretchen. I'm married. At least I know I still got it.
Gateway computers feature the Intel Pentium processor. And the only way to get them is to call 1-800-GATEWAY. You've got a friend in the business. Give us a call.
生意怎么了？
不太妙，市场部老是收不到工程部的最新数据。
你是要 Lotus Notes 在网络上自动复制更新的数据，这样每个人都可以随时得到最新的信息，甚至是环球网上。
这样就能知己知彼，百战百胜。
一点儿也没错。
If you'd like CNET's free weekly electronic newsletter, Digital Dispatch, send email to subscribe@cnet.com. You'll get behind-the-scenes previews of CNET Central and CNET Online, as well as the inside word on breaking news in the digital world. It's easy to get, and it's free. Just send email to subscribe@cnet.com.
Choosing a movie just got a whole lot easier. Introducing Corel All Movie Guide, the ultimate multimedia movie expert. Brought to you by the world leader in graphic software, Corel All Movie Guide gives you interactive access to the most comprehensive movie database on CD-ROM. Enjoy hours and hours of entertainment exploring the glamorous world of movie stars, directors, and behind-the-scenes cast and crew. Corel All Movie Guide, a must for all movie lovers.
This is about the virtual office, about breaking the chains, stretching the boundaries, and making the world your workplace, about taking your business everywhere and anywhere, about paging, laptops, cell phones, the internet, and conferencing. And it's not conversation or speculation. This is about how one company can give you the help, hardware, and software to make your virtual office a reality. This is about how far you can go once you know how. Network MCI, that's how.
What do you call a 5-woman band that makes their own instruments, creates a 3D computer-generated sidekick, and invites the entire audience to jam with them during the show? You call them the Cuckoo. And hey, this ain't no garage band.
Join the techno tribe, the Cuckoo!
Welcome to the world of the Cuckoo, where music, culture, and technology speak the same language, and nothing is as it seems.
Candace, are you getting this now? Yes.
Candace Pacheco and Tina Blaine, also known as Bean, are the founders of the Cuckoo. Both women are composers well-versed in multicultural music.
She wakes up sorrows over the air.
But it was their techno-savvy that allowed them to create their own instruments.
We wanted to create instruments that we could play music on that sounded unlike anything else that was out there in the world.
So how did they do that? MIDI, Musical Instrument Digital Interface.
Without MIDI, we don't exist.
She's not kidding. Take this Dakukarimba here. It looks like a marimba, right?
It's just neoprene rubber. You can buy it in sheaths.
It's basically a series of electronic triggers. You hit a pad and it sends a signal, but through the digital wonder of MIDI, that signal can sound like anything you want.
Defuse the ticking time bomb.
What's actually happening here, Gina, is there's an electrical signal that is being converted. It's coming out of the marimba through our MIDI cable, so it travels through this cord all the way over to the bank of synthesizers and samplers that are over on the side of our stage where we store the sounds.
MIDI is a way for a lot of synthesizers to communicate to each other, sort of like a network on a computer.
Same thing with these, the turtle drums. But the technology doesn't stop there.
Let's talk about me for a moment.
Meet Rigby, a three-dimensional puppet with a mind of its own.
Ooh, thank you, baby.
So your part of the show it's highly entertaining, but...
Likewise, I'm sure.
There are three things that control Rigby. One is audio. There's a woman, Linda Jacobson, who speaks into a microphone, and the microphone audio level directly controls Rigby's lip movements.
Ron Fisher wrote the software program that brings Rigby to life.
Hi, everyone.
Second thing is Rigby's head motion is controlled by the mouse here. I can move Rigby around like this and make him look left or look right on stage. And the last piece is this device called a space ball here. You just press on it, and I can make Rigby's eyes close, look around, look left, look right, smile, frown.
I am absolutely kind of like the fifth Beatle, the sixth de Cuckoo, a member of the band, a virtual de Cuckoo.
So this is one of the ways you get to jam with the Cuckoo.
This MIDI ball is just one of the Cuckoo's digital show toys that allows audience members to be a part of the show. Just like their instruments, this helium-filled ball is full of little electronic triggers. Hit the ball and you trigger a sound. As usual, it's any sound they want. If there truly is a rhythm to life, then the 5 women of the Cuckoo have their fingers squarely on the pulse. And to those who say technology stifles creativity, then there's a band I think you should see. The Cuckoo has recorded with Brian Eno and Mickey Hart of the Grateful Dead. Now, if you'd like to check out their rhythmic sounds, you can at CNET Online. You can download video footage from their concert, check out the entire transcript of my interview with Rigby, their computer puppet, and even link directly with the Cuckoo on their own website. Richard?
Just as not all bands are interactive, not all CD-ROMs are interactive, or at least not enough for Dave Ross, who around these parts always gets the last word.
Welcome again to Digital Literacy 102. Today we discuss a type of software the reviewers like Dvorak find very upsetting. It's called shovelware. Shovelware is when a publisher takes a previously published book that might have sold for 15 bucks and shoveled the whole thing, word for word, onto a CD-ROM and charges $69.95. Doesn't that just disgust you? Well, it certainly disgusts me. It would be as if you went to a movie and instead of actors in spectacular locations, all you see on the screen is the script being turned a page at a time. So why would any publisher publish shovelware? Well, because people buy it, that's why. When you have computer owners willing to pay $69.95 to read a $15 book on their computer monitor, you'd be nuts not to sell it to them. And why do people buy this stuff? Well, think about it. Perfectly rational guy, like me, for example, spends $4,000 for a decent multimedia computer. Then he finds that in all the world, there's only about 5 CD-ROMs actually worth buying for it. Well, soon this guy's wife, an otherwise delightful person, is saying, I told you nothing would run on that thing. And just to prove her wrong, he tells the guy in the computer store, quick, sell me everything that will run on that thing. And he comes home with the new CD-ROM, the Library of Congress Animated History of Help Screens, and that's why you have shovelware. And after she finds out what you've been doing, then it's time for a new software product called grovelware. I'm Dave Ross, and I get the last word.
Well, that's it for CNET Central this week.
And remember that everything you saw on the show today is linked to additional resources at www.cnet.com.
Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to log on.
For a Small Planet, Network MCI Business, and Corel WordPerfect, the world's best word processor.
On USA and nowhere else, Corey and Chris get a new gig.
Hooker Patrol?
And stare crime square in the face. Gary's too macho for monogamy. Cool! So he's dating a family of 4? Duckman fights the battle of the sexes.
The natural human urge.
Now he's a prisoner of love. John Stamos' wife goes overboard.
It's my turn!
Kim Delaney's not exactly subtle either. It's all right here Saturday night on USA and nowhere else. Tonight, starting at 8, 7 Central.
It's 500 time, and the race to the savings is on at Ostrom Chevrolet Geo in Montebello. Check it out. There's big savings on Ostrom's full inventory of new cars and trucks, with special discounts on a great selection of used cars and trucks, and special APR financing as low as 3.9%. Get checkered flag savings on everything, every day through May 31st at Ostrom Chevrolet Geo on Whittier Boulevard in Montebello, your 5-star Chevy Geo dealer.
The fight is on for the best deals anywhere on a new Ford car, truck, or sport utility. Now here's a knockout punch. Drive away in a new 96 Ranger for only $89.95. or an all-new 97 F-150 for just $13,995. How's that for a great deal? So take it from the price fighter. He's in your corner for low prices and great service. Board Ford, your championship dealer for more than 23 years. We'll KO the competition.
USA Pictures Originals every Saturday night at 9:59 on USA and nowhere else. Don't miss a minute.
The French Open. It's a whole different game. 10 days of exclusive coverage. Starts Monday on USA.
Wrestling Federation. For over 50 years, the revolutionary force in sports entertainment.
Tomorrow night at In Your House, beware, the Reaper awaits.
Cooking programs on KCET are made possible by Pavilions and by UBAN.
And here's how a chef tells if a vegetable's done. Yes, it's done. It's a secret that we chefs have.
Welcome to Cooking Secrets of the CIA from the Culinary Institute of America at Greystone in Napa Valley, California. It's all here. Cooking classes for the home chef, and this is one class you won't want to skip. Take your pick. Pasta, chicken, salads, desserts, grilling, and more. Meet the chef instructors who divulge classified cooking tips from the most prestigious kitchens in the world. Next, it's a mouth-watering barbecue with Chef Bob Briggs, who prepares a Memorial Day picnic. First, it's a dish dating back to the Pilgrims, Boston baked beans. Then, it's some great picnic salads, pasta with vegetables, and coleslaw. Plus, a lesson in grilling corn for this delicious cornbread with cheddar cheese and roasted corn. Finally, Chef Briggs reveals insider secrets for making some unbeatable barbecue spare ribs. It's all on Cooking Secrets of the CIA. Cooking Secrets of the CIA is made possible by Cuisinart, makers of everyday collection cookware with mirror finish, stick-resistant 1810 stainless steel, copper sandwich bottoms, and stay-cool handles. Cookware for the way you cook every day. And by Thermos, makers of the thermal electric grill, plus a complete line of gas grills, grill accessories, and replacement parts. Thermos, inventing better ways to grill. Recipes from this program and the entire series are available in the companion cookbook, Recipe Files of the CIA. Call the toll-free number on your screen to get your copy of this full-color illustrated cookbook, complete with over 110 pages of recipes, all designed for the home cook by the chef instructors of the Culinary Institute of America. The price is just $14.95 plus handling. Call 1-800-582-1800 to order Recipe Files of the CIA. Please have your credit card ready when you call. Cooking Secrets of the CIA is made possible by Cuisinart, makers of professional series food processors with industrial quality motor, Lexan work bowl, large feed tube for whole slices, and flat baking cover. Everything you need to simplify your life. And by Thermos, makers of the Quantum Series gas grills and a complete line of grill accessories and replacement parts. Thermos, inventing better ways to grill.
cooking programs on KCET are made possible by Pavilions.
If Yan can cook, so can you. Those are the words of Chef Martin Yan, and he's out to prove he's right, so stay with us.
Hello, I'm K-Star. In the face of falling revenues and rising program costs, KCET has done everything possible to keep from cutting back on its programming. But unless KCET can meet its goals by the end of the fiscal year, and unless we can raise $5.5 million by June 30th, the service is sure to suffer. It's a big challenge, but I'm pleased to say the Johnny Mercer Foundation is helping KCET's Countdown campaign with a $50,000 challenge grant. Now, during the next few minutes, the Johnny Mercer Foundation will donate $1 for every $3 of support you call into KCET. Won't you help a little bit? If you're a member, please consider making an additional gift. And if you're not, please join now. It's the Countdown, and we're counting on you.
To contribute to the KCET Countdown and take advantage of the Johnny Mercer Foundation Challenge Grant, call 1-800-877-4848. You're watching member-supported KCET 28, Los Angeles.
Hi, I'm Martin Yan. When it comes to hot chili, the Sichuanese didn't just write a book. They wrote an entire encyclopedia. Come with me to an open-air market in Sichuan, China. Then we'll sample a special Sichuan banquet with classics such as shredded chicken tossed and a hot chili garlic sauce, and a medley of shrimp and scallops served with a singing rice crust. Finally, this flavorful minced chicken served in a crispy lettuce cups, a Sichuan banquet. Coming up next on Yan Can Cook, the best of China.
Both champions of the liberal cause. Lifelong Democrats. Now about to face their toughest challenge. Geraldine Ferraro and Bill Press go head-to-head with conservatives Robert Novak and John Sununu. And when they meet...
Excuse me, guys.
Sparks will fly. Crossfire. New faces, same attitude. Weeknights on CNN.
This is CNN.
With Best Western's new family plan, you may get discounts to attractions like Six Flags theme parks or the zoo, maybe coupons for food, giveaways for kids, great offers from United Artists Theaters, and thrifted car rental. Every Best Western gives you so much, and a room for the family at a special family plan rate. Maybe even a deal on a second room for the kids. Come here. For family plan reservations, call 1-800-528-1234 or your travel agent.
Stay at Best Western between May and June, and your kids will go home with their own Snuggle Bear.
We're in the car business, not the document business. That's why we use an outside specialist. Like us, they're quick and precise. I don't even have to go there. They have a dedicated account manager who comes right to my office. I like it when things get done without my having to worry. Keeps my head off the platter.
Every day, over 200,000 businesses use Kinko's, the new way to office.
Why float through life when you can drive?
What does it feel like
in the new Club World tilting cradle seat. What does it feel like to go through Club World fast-track arrivals in London?
As we developed the Porsche 911 Carrera, our German test center was buzzing with innovation. A radical suspension, a more powerful engine. The suggestions came from far and wide. Of course, the 911 is still available in red, black, and white. But what fun would that be?
They are the sheep, and we are the shepherds. We tell them that college is the doorway. We tell them to prepare for the future. But the question remains, will we?
I told you you'd love it.
You were
out
right,
here,
sweetie.
away
I
from
wanted the motel. I feel like an outdoorsman.
Well,
Good night, honey.
Oh my God.
That noise. Did you hear that noise?
Yes, I did hear that. What is it? What do you see? What do you see?
Oh, boy.
Honey?
Where's the Ericsson cellular phone?
Oh, shoot, I left it outside.
What do you mean you left it outside? I gotta go out there and get it.
Ericsson cellular phones. Because when life gets a little wild, you want a highly reliable Ericsson cellular phone.
Hi, yeah, we're in a tent. There's some trees and there's a huge bear out there.
This is the only copier that can and automatically. The new Mita DC 8090. Automatic copying. Mita perfected it.
Introducing the VersaPack cordless rubber and broom with interchangeable batteries from Black & Decker. Because there's nothing more rewarding than a job well done.
Austin Direct desktop computers come with the Intel Pentium processor. Strong support, low price, customization. They can even be voice activated.
Voice activated? Well, how else are you supposed to run a computer?
Call 1-800-77-AUSTIN and we'll beam one to you direct. Austin Direct, cutting edge, cutting prices.
As a friend of mine would say, buying Austin Direct is only logical.
I told you you'd love it.
You were
out
right,
here,
sweetie.
away
I
from
wanted the motel. I feel like an outdoorsman.
Well,
Good night, honey.
Oh my God.
That noise. Did you hear that noise?
Yes, I did hear that. What is it? What do you see? What do you see?
Oh, boy.
Honey?
Where's the Ericsson cellular phone?
Oh, shoot, I left it outside.
What do you mean you left it outside? I gotta go out there and get it.
Ericsson cellular phones. Because when life gets a little wild, you want a highly reliable Ericsson cellular phone.
Hi, yeah, we're in a tent. There's some trees and there's a huge bear out there.
Why float through life when you can drive?
They say 80% of baseball is pitching. So as a batter, you have to outguess your opponent, be patient, and wait for his mistakes. I bet he wants that one back.
Braves and Pirates, 7 Eastern tonight.
Today on CNN's Evans and Novak, who will be chosen to lead the Republican-controlled Senate? Some say Trent Lott is the leading contender. The senator talks Senate life after Bob Dole. Today, 5:30 Eastern on CNN.
A man respected the world over, Billy Graham, tonight, 9 Eastern on CNN.
In Chula Vista, California,
Cable is hooked up an elementary school with San Diego State University 20 miles away.
This afternoon, we get our first opportunity to meet with Dr. Stephen Barlow at the San Diego State Electron Microscope Facility. Steve, is this a fly?
Yes, it's a fruit fly.
Technology really enhances the learning process.
The Chula Vista kids study at San Diego State every day, thanks to Cable. The future is on Cable.
Now, if you'll follow me, the highlight of our tour, the Odyssey from Honda. It has a low step in height for a short leg. Not 3 doors, but 4 for quicker trips to the bathroom. It has a luxurious interior, child-proof door locks, and a hideaway third seat, making room for 5 or 6 dogs.
And right now, you can lease an Odyssey for just $279 a month for 24 months.
Can our parents use it?
With Lou Dobbs, weeknights, 7 Eastern on CNN.
Brought to you by the 1996 Subaru Outback, the world's first sport utility wagon.
These guys are persistent.
Well, they're no match for the world's first sport utility wagon.
Oh, really?
All-wheel drive Subaru Outback's got more headroom than a Cherokee. The ground clearance of an Explorer.
So you say.
Rides smooth as any car.
Got any more of those tidbits?
What, like more stability in a turn than a Chevy Blazer?
Sure, that'll do.
That's why Subaru Outback. World's first sport utility wagon.
Suddenly, there's Sudden Shine. Clean, shine, and protect your whole car in just minutes. Just spray and wipe, and wow, suddenly, windows are clean, water repellent, and streak-free. Suddenly, chrome sparkles, trim glistens, wheels shine. Suddenly, you're done. Now clean and shiny is fast and easy with Sudden Shine Auto Polish Treatment.
What you got there, son?
I was just checking out this Homelight electric start gas trimmer.
Electric gas?
Now, Dad, it's a gas trimmer, but with an electric start. See, you just push this button.
Let me see.
It's pretty cool.
Feels good.
The electric start gas-powered trimmer from Homelight. So easy to start. You can't wait to get started.
If you settle for a remanufactured engine without a brand name, be sure you've got a pair of name brand shoes. AC Delco Engines, the national brand name with the nationwide warranty. Call for a location near you. Of course, if you come in on foot, we'll understand.
The Krylon Touch
means making the old look new.
The Krylon Touch.
And the boring becomes beautiful. Show your true colors.
Don't just paint, give it the Krylon Touch.
Only with Krylon.
You can just pick up a Napa part and feel the quality. When you look at the price, it feels even better.
Pick up your share of quality products at Napa's Red, White, and Blue sale. With Napa Motor Oil, only 89 cents a quart. Contoured style bug shields for a low $29.99. And a combo pack of no-touch tire and wheel cleaners, just $2.99 after rebate. So come, save some green at Napa's Red, White, and Blue sale.
Keep America running.
Red Wing shoes bring you comfort force, impact absorption footwear, durable styling, day-long comfort, traction tread, shock absorbing. America works in Red Wings. Call 1-800-359-BOOT for the dealer nearest you.
Rust-Oleum, the ultimate defense against weather.
You know, keeping the interior of your truck cool isn't easy, especially when it rains. That's why you should get a vent visor. The vent visor installs easily on cars, trucks, or anything you drive, with no tools, no screws, and no holes. It lets you park with your windows cracked to ventilate the interior, even when it's raining, so the inside stays cool and dry and protected from damaging heat. It really is the easiest, most practical accessory to fix up your truck. Now, if I could only get NASCAR to put vent visors on the Super Truck.
Coming up next week on TNN Country News, Billy Ray Cyrus kicks off the 1996 Nashville on Stage season. Plus, join Tracy Lawrence for a visit to his hometown.
TNN Country News, weeknights. At Dover Downs, strange things can happen. Just ask Chad Little's Jackman, or Hermie Sadler and his spare tire, or Brian Donnelly's bouncing tire. Sometimes whole race cars can just disappear. Last year, Mike McLaughlin claimed his first ever Busch Series win, but the monster's back and ready to be. From Dover Downs Monster Mile, it's the GM Goodrich Delco Battery 200. Next Saturday, 1 p.m., noon central on TNN Motorsports.
I don't see him. I think we're safe.
Of course we're safe. We're in my Subaru Outback.
I know the world's first sport utility wagon.
This beauty's got dual airbags, full-time all-wheel drive, and it's more stable in the turn than a Blazer.
What else you got?
Better braking than an Explorer. That's my Subaru Outback, the world's first sport utility wagon.
Before cars had phones, cup holders, or even roofs, Mobil Oil was there. When Lindbergh crossed the Atlantic, Mobil was on board. Mobil was in the world's first minivans, in the first space shuttle, and in the tanks of Desert Storm. So if you think that all oils are alike, think about something. At Mobil, we've been changing oil for over 125 years.
AC Delco knows that as a car gets older, its engine runs rougher. So we developed a spark plug to help bring back new car feel, and things really gelled. Rapid Fire from AC Delco. It makes an engine idle up to 27% smoother and accelerate with up to 18% quicker throttle response. Rapid Fire. Its performance ought to have the competition shaken.
When you first bought your vinyl siding, they told you to clean it, just wash it off with a hose. Well, look, that doesn't always work. Good thing there's Armor All Vinyl Siding Wash. Just spray it on, wait 5 minutes, then do what they told you to do. Rinse it off with a hose. See? Guess they had our product in mind when they told you that. Armor All Vinyl Siding Wash. We took the knowledge of Armor All and applied it to your home.
Watching TNN, the Nashville Network, your #1 source for country music, entertainment, and information.
Take a ride on country's wild side and see the faces of CMT's Jammin' Country. You might be surprised who you'll find. Tom Petty, John Mellencamp, Georgia Satellites, Bonnie Raitt, George Harrison, Billy Joel, Chris Isaac. See the place where rock and country collide. Turn on to CMT's Jammin' Country, the crossroads of rock and country. Tonight at 11, 10 Central.
It's country music's biggest night. An evening filled with the brightest stars and biggest fans. Thank you. Don't miss a minute of the glitz and glamour. Join host Martina McBride, Lori Morgan, and Sawyer Brown's Mark Miller.
I can honestly say this is my very favorite award show.
It's the 30th annual TNN Music City News Country Awards. Live, Monday, June 10th, 8 Eastern, only on TNN, the Nashville Network.
My brakes are gone. Any chance I could get that fixed in a couple of hours?
Tell you what, leave it here. I'll see what I can do. Check in periodically.
I was wondering, how's my car coming?
I have 3 of my best guys on it right now.
With Pep Boys 12 service bays and expert technicians, you're in and out fast. 26,000 items, tires, and service too. Pep Boys, everything but gas.
killer out there. Silent knock.
Today, you don't hear the knocks and pings that affect your car's performance. You just lose power.
So long, lost power. Hasta la vista, hesitation.
Let's take this herd north.
Feel the power. 104 Plus Octane Boost.
It's an engine protection breakthrough. New Lubricator 2001 Super Engine Treatment. In independent lab tests, Lubricator 2001 prevented engine metal wear 30% better than Slick 50 and 2 times better than Duralube. Lubricator 2001 contains a revolutionary synthetic friction modifier, XL17, which bonds the critical engine parts to reduce metal wear like no petroleum product. Get the one that beats Slick 50 and Duralube. Lubricator 2001 Super Engine Treatment.
You know, keeping the interior of your truck cool isn't easy, especially when it rains. That's why you should get a vent visor. The vent visor installs easily on cars, trucks, or anything you drive, with no tools, no screws, and no holes. It lets you park with your windows cracked to ventilate the interior, even when it's raining, so the inside stays cool and dry and protected from damaging heat. It really is the easiest, most practical accessory to fix up your truck. Now, if I could only get NASCAR to put vent visors on the Super Truck.
They're still back there.
Don't worry, love. You're riding in the world's first sport utility wagon.
I am.
That's right. This here's the all-wheel drive Subaru Outback.
That's great, but...
You know, it's got more cargo space than a passport.
Uh-huh.
The ground clearance of an Explorer.
Yeah, but...
Oh, did I mention it gets much better gas mileage than a Jeep Cherokee?
Outback, you say?
Subaru Outback. The world's first sport utility wagon.
When you first bought your vinyl siding, they told you to clean it, just wash it off with a hose. Well, look, that doesn't always work. Good thing there's Armor All Vinyl Siding Wash. Just spray it on, wait 5 minutes, then do what they told you to do. Rinse it off with a hose. See? Guess they had our product in mind when they told you that. Armor All Vinyl Siding Wash. We took the knowledge of Armor All and applied it to your home.
Red Wing shoes bring you comfort force, impact absorption footwear, durable styling, day-long comfort, traction tread, shock absorbing. America works in Red Wings. Call 1-800-359-BOOT for the dealer nearest you.
You can just pick up a Napa part and feel the quality. When you look at the price, it feels even better.
Pick up your share of quality products at Napa's Red, White, and Blue sale. With Autolite resistor spark plugs only 69 cents after rebate. An Evercraft 25-piece toolkit just $15.99. And STP products free after bonus rebates. So come, save some green at Napa's Red, White, and Blue sale.
America running.
It's always a classic short track battle when the Busch Circuit rolls into South Boston, Virginia. And last year, early on, a duel between Doug Hemrod and Chad Little went up in smoke. Then a top-notch pit crew put Little back together. And after some tough, narrow groove racing, a determined Chad Little came back to take the victory. Now the Busch boys are back for more. It's the NASCAR Busch Grand National Ford Credit 300. Saturday, June 8, 5 p.m., 4 Central on TNN Motorsports.
They test car batteries here. They test pickup trucks here. And when they test yard machines, they go here, Dave Spivey's house. MTD tractors, chipper shredders, lawnmowers, and edgers tackle the toughest jobs. Look for MTD yard machines at retailers near you. MTD.
Wow! I like it!
MTD yard machines, American made, American owned.
Kyle Petty closing in on Morgan rather quickly.
We've got to spin the 42-car Kyle Petty.
Kyle is badly damaged in turn
3. Man, this is one tough toolbox. The name says it all. If it's not better built, it's not.
It's time for this week's secret clue on how to catch the big ones in the TNN Outdoors Bass Tournament 96 contest on Sega Genesis and PC CD-ROM. You ready, Sinker?
No, I can't find a pencil or paper.
Check the area that you're casting in. Mind the sunlight and, most importantly, the wind direction. Cast too hard and the wind may take your line, causing you to lose your lure.
Win great prizes in the TNN Outdoors Bass Tournament 96 contest on now. Watch TNN Outdoors.
Found them.
Now at Pep Boys, get a $5 rebate on all Raybestos Pro Stop lifetime brakes. Car, truck, import, or domestic. That's $5 back on Raybestos lifetime brakes. You'll never have to buy brakes again. Pep Boys, everything but gas.
Nothing makes a car look hotter than shiny wheels. So I use Quicksilver Wheel Cleaner from Armor All. No scrubbing, just spray and rinse to get the brake dust and grime ordinary cleaners can leave behind. So every time you wash your car, use Quicksilver from Armor All. To win at this level,
you need to have team players.
You need to have team spirit.
And you definitely got to have team coverage. The NHRA on TNN Motorsport. It doesn't get any closer.
The New England Dodge Dealers Grand Prix, Monday on TNN. You're watching TNN, the Nashville Network, your #1 source for country music, entertainment, and information.
Take a ride on country's wild side and see the faces of CMT's Jammin' Country. You might be surprised who you'll find. Bob Dylan, Mark Knopfler, Bob Seger, Steve Earle, Roy Orbison, Jackson Brown, Lyle Lovett, Jimmy Buffett. See the place where rock and country collide. Turn on to CMT's Jammin' Country, the crossroads of rock and country. Tonight at 11, 10 Central.
Nashville Record Review.
All you've got to remember, a few things here. It's a great radio show.
Yes, it is.
The two of us host it.
Yes, we do.
Here in Nashville. Count them down, 40 hits, top hits every week.
Okay, now why don't you do that?
No, you do that.
Okay,
all right.
Well, here goes. From the folks who brought you TNN, the Nashville Network, it's TNN Radio and the Nashville Record Review. It's country's top 40 news and interviews, and it's with Katie Haas and Bill Cody.
If you don't get the Nashville Record Review where you live, then call your favorite country radio station and ask for it.
Let's face it, we like cool-looking things, especially sleek, futuristic, high-tech things. We'll show you some computers that are definitely worth taking a look at.
If you're going to have something in your home, it's even more important that it look better than if it's in your office, outside of the home.
Okay, admit it. You like to hang out in online chat rooms. Well, those chat rooms are about to get a whole lot more interesting.
People hang out, schmooze, kind of get to know each other. You can be in a crowd with people.
Want some adventure in your life? Turn your humble abode into a computerized smart house.
On. As you wish. He's not the kind of guy you'd expect to meet on a computer show. Then why should you listen to him? Because Clifford Stoll may have something to say.
It's not computers that bother me. It's this cult of computing.
Want to meet Mr. or Ms. Right? Tired of blind dates? We'll meet the digital matchmakers of Match.com.
It's kind of the 90s technology version of old-fashioned matchmaking and even video dating.
Today on Cyberlife. Welcome to Cyberlife. I'm Gina Smith.
And I'm Chris Eddy. Their invasion began in your home office. Now they're creeping into all rooms of your home.
No, they're not termites. They're computers. But the challenge is to redesign them so that they can blend into your other rooms and not eat up as much space. Let's see how two companies are meeting this challenge.
Once upon a time, phones became fashion statements, and stereos evolved into home entertainment centers. Now computers are also changing their image.
Thanks to innovative new designs. For example, Packard Bell's wedge-shaped model is unique and pleasing to the eye.
With this wedge-shaped design, you can push it over into a corner, get it out of the way, so you free up your workspace.
Which means desk space if it's in a home office. Or if you use it in the kitchen, countertop space. Of course, I'm hard-pressed to think of why you need it there, other than for recipes.
But hey, if you've got the bucks, it's healthier to stare at than your microwave. And you can always play its built-in virtual radio.
PCs are also moving into the living room with a remote that can control some functions instead of a mouse. And look, Dad's hogging this remote just like the one for the TV. Some traditions die hard.
Of course, Packard Bell isn't the only company pushing for new computer designs. Acer's Aspire series aspires to the same goal of freeing users from the same old boring boxy designs.
We no longer have to be stuck with purchasing computers that, for our home, that look like the computers that somebody else bought for us in the office.
The Aspire does deliver smoother lines and more user-friendly operation, but, to paraphrase Billy Crystal, is it really better to look good than to compute good?
If you're going to have something in your home, it's even more important that it look better than if it's in your office, outside of the home.
Maybe so, but don't forget that it's the guts of the PC that gets your work done. For power users, beauty will always come from the inside.
Still, these newer models should allow home computer users to mix and match sleeker styles while retaining cutting-edge technology in the soul of their machines. For many people, despite all the great resources and information in cyberspace, chat is where it's at.
Well, brace yourselves, chat junkies, because there's new software that's proving that a picture really is worth 1,000 words. Drop by any of the thousands of chat forums on the internet, and here's what you'll find. It's about as visual as a phone book. Well, more than one software team is racing to change all of that. And if they have their way, your new cyber self may be something called an avatar.
In the case of virtual places, an avatar is a small graphical depiction of yourself or a caricature that you want to represent yourself.
Virtual Places is a visual chat software package from the Global Network Navigator. You download it for free and run it along with your web browser. Their big idea is to set you free from confining chat rooms and let you roam the web with online companions.
People hang out, schmooze, kind of get to know each other. You can bump up next to someone and whisper. You can be in a crowd with people.
If picking up hitchhikers on the information superhighway isn't your idea of social interaction, then the 3D chat realms carved out by Worlds Inc. may be more your speed. Again, your first move is to either build your own avatar or pick your persona from the gallery. They give you a lot of latitude here.
Now what we've done is we've taken to the next step. We've said, hey, reality is the best metaphor, so we're going to create a first-person perspective and put these people in a three-dimensional space.
This is a mirror which shows us what we look like in the space, and we can go up and try to chat with some of these people.
And if you're the type that likes to put down roots, the newest chat environment from Worlds allows you to stake out your turf and put a roof over your head.
This is a bar that someone built with tables and drinks and a dance floor in the back.
So now that the World Wide Web is your portal to a world where you can look like Brad Pitt, own your own high-rise, and mingle with virtual vixens at the Bar, what more could you want?
In the very near future, you're not going to have to type anymore. You're going to be able to actually have a traditional voice conversation over the internet.
Today's chat technology makes it easier than ever to say goodbye, real world. In the mood for a little self-improvement? Hey, you can use your computer to learn a language. You can use a software program to learn French, Spanish, Italian, Japanese. But Klingon? That's right, Klingon. This new 3 CD-ROM set from Simon & Schuster Interactive can teach you exactly that. Now, in addition to a 90-minute original episode featuring, well, Klingons, it includes a comprehensive language course in all things Klingon. The program will drill you on Klingon terms you'll need when ordering food or just ordering subordinate Klingons around. But once you've taught yourself enough Klingon, you can test your skills in these drills. Then see how you fare in this ultra-challenging immersion test. Okay, so it's not for everyone. In fact, this title isn't for anyone but the hardest core trekkers. But if that sounds like you, you will love this new title. There is simply nothing like it. Next, we'll hear some digital horror stories of lost data and show how you can keep your hard disk alive and well.
And it's time to take an off-ramp of the information superhighway and go to an open house at the computerized home of the future.
does it feel like in the new Club World tilting cradle seat? What does it feel like in the Club World London Arrivals Lounge with private showers?
Excuse me. The people who invented things that make it possible to watch this show or use voicemail or a cellular phone are no longer part of AT&T. We're Lucent Technologies. We make the things that make communications work. Sorry for the interruption.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Dead?
I got 47 boxes to ship out by tonight.
Easy. FedEx shipping software. It's just point, click, and ship.
Really?
Bramwell thinks I'm working my tail off. Just point, click, and ship. Take a long lunch. Point, click, and ship. Play a little golf. Point, click, ship.
FedEx shipping software is so easy. Just point, click, and ship from your own computer.
Mr. Bramwell.
I'm dead.
You're dead.
I'm dead.
You are really, really dead. For free shipping software, call FedEx.
At Citgo, when you team up our super premium gasoline with our Super Guard motor oil, you'll get all the high performance and reliability you demand. So, prepare yourself to be totally blown away. Super premium performance. Citgo says go.
They're addicts, obsessed fanatics hooked on wild rides. Ben, listen to the testimony, then decide. Do you believe in aliens? Visit Roswell on Discovery Sunday. This Sunday beginning at 10 Mountain, 9 Pacific, only on the Discovery Channel.
The wonders of technology. High-speed computers with mega storage where you can save anything and everything of importance.
But what would you do if all that precious info was suddenly lost in the Amazon or run over by a bus or caught in a blazing inferno?
Well, check this out. It's a computer user's worst nightmare. A crashed hard disk with irreplaceable data gone forever. But in Novato, California, the people at Drive Savers have made it their business to go boldly where no technicians have gone before to retrieve lost data. They're archaeologists, paramedics, and miracle workers all rolled into one.
It's like a giant video game or jigsaw puzzle, you know? We're data sharks. We do not stop.
This type of job, you know, when you go home at the end of the day, you really do feel like you've actually accomplished something. You've been able to help people out and save their data.
Head saver Scott Gaidano remembers some of his more miraculous saves.
Our first really bizarre data recovery was a lady was a juggler on a cruise ship, and they were going up the Amazon River, and the ship hit an underwater barge, and it sank to the bottom of the Amazon. So she just swam down and got her power book, and we recovered all the data. It was underwater for 2 days. This one is very interesting. I love the texture on here. It looks just like an oyster. This was a shuttle bus that ran over a computer at a computer show. We recovered all their data. This is the computer that was in a huge fire. It actually got to be over 1,700 degrees and melted the monitor right over the computer itself. And here was the hard drive, which we totally recovered for them within 24 hours.
A lot of the lost data is the fault of, well, you guessed it, the user.
Certain machines like laptops tend to get all kinds of things in them because people eat over them, and it goes beyond the keyboard. You know, we open up a PowerBook or something or a laptop, and inside are all kinds of foods and interesting things, a gourmet delight.
Drive Savers isn't cheap, but it's always busy. But Scott would rather not have your business, and he has some advice on how you can avoid needing his services. First, beware of bad electrical plugs.
They will ruin your computer and they will ruin your drive. And it's very important to buy a first quality surge protection system.
And sometimes the easiest solution is the hardest to remember.
The most important thing is to back up your data. I can't overemphasize that. Back up, back up, back up.
And we had to ask, What was the funkiest thing Scott ever found inside a computer?
I remember one drive that we opened actually had cockroaches living on the inside of the drive. It really had bugs.
Well, over the past year, a lot of us have watched as the web has, well, sold out, gone commercial in a big way. But there are some advantages to the ordinary consumer.
For example, if you know what to look for, you can save big bucks by taking advantage of some simple online services. Money Mailer may move a lot of junk mail, but many folks ignore these letters because it takes forever to find stuff you want. Now this firm has a new way to sway these folks: hot coupons.
This website recently launched with a hot hook. Get local and national discounts for over 30,000 advertisers. From pizzas and tacos to hair and car care. You only print the coupons you want for the city, product, or service you're interested in. Many merchants hope to profit from this technology.
I think it's going to increase business drastically. It'll also attract customers in other areas that might normally not come to this store because they're just outside of the normal conventional mailing area.
These customers will benefit too. For example, webheads can get coupons for a city before traveling there.
The nice thing about having the coupons online is that you can plan ahead. You don't have to drive around looking for something. You already have them in hand, so as you're looking at your map on one hand and then you can look at the coupon on the other, you can find out where you're going quite easily.
So if you want to find coupons in record time and want your online access to pay you for a change, it's cool to think hot. You know, there are naysayers who complain that technology has created a push-button world where couch potatoes are just laying around, barely raising a finger to perform even the most mundane of tasks.
They badmouth everything from the TV remote to the clapper. We'll just wait until they get a look at the smart house.
Angela.
Hello.
Curtains, please.
Please repeat.
Curtains, please.
Right away.
Several years ago, magician Gus Searcy traded in his black cape and magic wand and created the butler in a box.
This allows me to control everything in our home under 4 modes of operation. It works by time, touch, situation, and voice. Angela.
Did you call?
Using state-of-the-art voice recognition technology, Gus's invention allows homeowners to control dozens of separate functions. You can do everything from watering the lawn,
Mood lights, on.
Setting that special mood, to keeping an eye on the kids. You can even do the dishes long distance.
One of the nice features about our system is something called RTA, Remote Telephone Access. So if you're not where you can talk to the butler, you can use any phone in the house or any phone in the world. Just keep a list of the things you're most likely to use and use the phone to do them.
If you think the butler in a box is just another techie toy designed for gadget geeks, then you need only to visit the home of Brenda Jordan.
I need this product because I am paralyzed from the middle of my chest down, and I don't have complete use of my arms.
At an average cost of around $4,000 per home, the butler in a box may seem pricey, but the independence and freedom it has afforded Brenda cannot be measured in dollars and cents.
Barclay kitchen light. Before I got the butler, I felt as though I needed a babysitter. And I actually did. I had to have someone with me all the time. Barclay.
Yes, master.
TV on.
Right away.
Now that I've got the butler, if I'm in a room, I can control what happens in that room. Off TV. I know that if I'm here alone and I need to reach somebody, all I have to do is say telephone. Whosever name I give will come up, and they can hear me.
Man of life.
Hi.
Hi, babes. How you doing?
And Brenda's butler in a box also does Windows. 95, that is. She's interfaced her PC with Barclay so she can control her home and can check on her son while she surfs the net.
This icon here is for Chris's room. When he goes to bed at night, leaves his light or his TV on. I can just cut everything off from here. The evening is when I use my computer, and it's when I listen to music, and it's when I have time for myself.
So we were wondering, just where did Brenda come up with the name Barclay?
When I got the box, they told me, well, you need to give him a name. And I'm in love with Charles Barkley. I'm crazy about him. And so Barkley just struck me.
Next, the woman or man of your dreams may be waiting. Online, we'll show you how you can get up close and personal.
And we'll meet a man who really wishes we weren't on the air. His name is Clifford Stoll. And he has some good reasons for us to get out of cyberspace.
For the first time, one company has brought cellular, paging, emailing, and surfing the net under one roof. Or should I say, lid. MCI One. Life just got simpler.
Mita didn't invent the copier, but we perfected it. The new Mita DC8090 is the only copier that staples here and hole punches here, that collates letter and legal. The only copier that collects documents and resets originals automatically, so you don't have to stand around. Automatic copying. Mita perfected it.
Mighty military machines. All day Monday, beginning at 11 Mountain, 10 Pacific, only on the Discovery Channel.
Showers.
Save big money on trees. One weekend only. Garden View's annual tree liquidation sale.
We're talking top quality trees direct from the grower. Most of them half off the wholesale list price.
With summer approaching, the best shade will be found in Garden View Wholesale Nursery.
We have large trees, shrubs, shade plants, topiaries, all discounted.
Garden View will have experts from their award-winning landscape division there to help you.
And we'll even plant the trees for you.
Bring a friend and we'll give you an additional 5% off the smallest sale.
We're easy to find. Just take the 605 freeway to Lower Azusa Road.
Armenia Fund is proud to announce that during the National Dues Campaign Telethon on May 27th, every dollar donated will be matched by the Lindsay Foundation for the reconstruction of Armenia and Karabakh. This noble offer should serve as the driving force for everyone who participates to give generously to the May 27th Telethon. Mass participation is vital for this global Armenian partnership. Remember, every pledge in the entire United States will be doubled during pre-enrollment and the day of the telethon. Just call 1-800-888-8897.
Can you possibly think of anything worse than going on a blind date?
Oh, yeah. Going on a blind date with a Cyberlife camera crew hanging around with you. But we were there for a reason, to check out an online dating service called Match.com.
I've been meeting guys on Match.com for a few months, off and on, here and there, and really haven't met my Mr. Right yet, but I figured I can give it another try. So I just talked to this guy, Jeremy, by email. We haven't even spoken on the phone, but we're going to meet tonight for the first time. We'll see how it goes.
Darrow is a member of Match.com, a San Francisco online dating service that allows people to write and post their personal ads and write each other.
It's kind of the 90s technology version of old-fashioned matchmaking and even video dating, which is now outdated. It's cheaper, it's quicker, it's more fun, it's exciting, and most importantly, it's working.
And I thought, well, what the heck, I'll try it out, and I thought it'd be kind of interesting. I never expected a response, and I never really looked through the profiles. I just did it to kill time, and it worked out pretty well.
To use Match.com, all you need is access to the World Wide Web, a modem, and $15.95 a month.
We're a subscription-based service. We're very cheap. In fact, about what it would cost you to buy a burrito is our monthly membership fee.
Denny was one guy who never thought he'd be looking for online love, but he took great pains to write his screen profile.
There's a lot of guys on the net, a lot of lonely 20-somethings, and I didn't want to be another one of them, so I wrote the profile, and the response has been pretty good.
Once you get online, you can shop till you drop. Somewhere, Mr. or Ms. Right may be waiting.
One of my favorite adorable men on our site who's still up here, so he must still be single. So he calls himself a future country star, a hunk, and single. Now here's his picture. Tell me what you think.
Meanwhile, we caught up with Darrow at the cafe for her and Jeremy's moment of truth.
Right?
That's right.
We did our level best to add to the tension.
Yeah, I'm sure I have more questions. It's hard enough to concentrate with these guys moving in on us.
Alas, perhaps it was our fault, but love was not in the cards for Darrow and Jeremy. Their date ended early. But regardless, Match.com does seem to work.
Except for maybe one catch.
The only problem with Match.com is you have to put up your age or they won't take your thing, and my age is off the chart. So I just lied.
Have computers really made society better? Have they brought us together, or have they splintered us apart into a self-imposed cyber isolation?
Well, it all depends on who you ask. And when Cyberlife recently queried famed astronomer Clifford Stoll about the burgeoning anti-technology movement, boy, did we ever get an earful.
Make no mistake, Clifford Stoll knows his way around computers. His book, The Cuckoo's Egg, recounts Stoll's own online investigation and ultimate undoing of an internet spy ring. His latest effort, Silicon Snake Oil, questions his and our reliance on computers. But why put words into Cliff's mouth? We gave Stoll an open mic and a cyber soapbox to tell us what he really thinks about the so-called information age.
It's not computers that bother me. It's this cult of computing. It's this culture that says, if you're not online, if you don't have an email address, if you don't have a homepage on the web, then you're backwards, and you're being left at the station, and the train of progress is taken off. This idea that says you must be online in order to have a rich life, I feel at best it's unchallenged. At worst, it's a simple and gross falsehood. The culture of computing is one that emphasizes following somebody else's rules and marginalizes and pushes aside the creative and the original thinkers. So what? You've got a fast computer. Oh, it does really neat games, and oh, you should see the animation on my screen. Oh, I've got hundreds and hundreds of fonts to display. So what? Is there any content there? Computing puts a high value on the paradigm of copy and paste. Hey, I have something over here. I'll just copy it over here, paste it in my document over here, which is essentially the same as plagiarization or non-creativity. Wisdom comes from knowing how to deal with people and deal with information and deal with our environment around us. That takes time. You can't download it in an evening. What I'm not saying is, oh, let's go back to the land. We have to live like the Unabomber clown and live in a little shack and live alone all of our life. And we should throw away anything that has an electric dial on it. No. Rather, what I'm saying is we should examine skeptically our relationship with technology.
Goodbye. Cyberlife will be right back.
No matter what kind of call your business makes, AT&T stands behind it. This is the most powerful communications network in the world. And if your call ever runs into trouble, the network sends you around it. Or if a cable gets cut, it won't affect you. No other network handles so much business, and no other network guarantees all of it. Only AT&T stands behind every kind of call your business makes. Where does your phone company stand? AT&T, for the life of your business.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Dead?
I got 47 boxes to ship out by tonight.
Easy. FedEx shipping software. It's just point, click, and ship.
Really?
Bramwell thinks I'm working my tail off. Just point, click, and ship. Take a long lunch. Point, click, and ship. Play a little golf. Point, click, ship.
FedEx shipping software is so easy. Just point, click, and ship from your own computer.
Mr. Bramwell.
I'm dead.
You're dead.
I'm dead.
You are really, really dead.
For free shipping software, call FedEx.
Let the Discovery Channel be your connection to the internet. It's simple and the first month's free. Connect to Discovery Channel online. Call 1-800-554-4008 and you'll receive our free online startup kit. Call now to connect to the past and the future. Connect to places you've only dreamed of. Connect to people who share your passions. Call now and make the connection for our free trial offer. Discovery Channel Online. Connect.
Well, that wraps up this edition of Cyberlife. If you'd like more information on any of tonight's stories, or if you'd just like to know how to get to some of our featured web pages, you can find us on Discovery Online.
Just use your web browser and head to www.discovery.com. Click on there and you'll find us waiting.
Or if you'd like to send us some email, send it to cyberlife@discovery.com.
Now, if you want to write us the old-fashioned way, use this address. We'll leave these addresses on the screen for a while so you can find a pen and paper.
Okay, now this week we have over 200 pieces of viewer mail that we'd like to share with you.
Now, don't worry, they all say pretty much the same thing, and that is, you really messed up your description of how to kid-proof a computer.
A small but even more vocal percentage of you added words like, you idiots.
Chuckleheads.
Well, you get the idea.
Well, you guys were right. We were chuckleheads. Of course you can write protect a floppy disk by sliding the tab over. That's why it's called the write protect tab.
Duh.
Would you believe that this was a test to see if you were watching closely?
We didn't think so. Yeah. Well, thanks for watching and taking the time to let us know when we make a mistake. Cross our hearts. We'll be more careful next time.
I'm Chris Eddy.
And I'm Gina Smith. We'll see you tomorrow.
Medical examiners use science to discover hidden evidence about the dead on Discover magazine. Then see how an artificial bone can actually grow with your body on Beyond 2000, only on the Discovery Channel. Explore your world. Tonight, explore the Allies' Great Crusade at Normandy on the Special of the Week. Then authorities struggle to keep young people from using guns on Justice Files. And the Komodo dragon is one of the last remainders of the dinosaurs on Fangs. Tonight on the Discovery Channel.
Who really killed Abraham Lincoln? Brain surgeons become detectives to investigate the death of a great American hero. To help the police track down an anonymous killer, forensic scientists coax the dead to yield up their secrets.
Machines, all day Monday, beginning at 11 Mountain, 10 Pacific, only on the Discovery Channel.
Passion. Aggression. Cool. Confident. Serene.
You don't possess just one emotion. Neither should your car. The LS400, the finest automobile in the world.
Mighty Might, America's versatile vac. Does things big vacs won't. Lightweight, power for carpets, bare floors, car, workshop. Now price to move. Mighty Might, only from Eureka.
Leach's first-class trip to Grand Bahama, the islands of the Bahamas. It just keeps getting better. Call American Express Travel at 1-800-AXP-5490.
Every Saturday about 9 a.m., I have a date with my mother in Bombay. I call her from wherever I am because she lives for that call. I use my calling card, my cellular phone, but I keep that date. And with AT&T True Reach International Savings, I save 25% on all kinds of calls without limits. To save with some companies, I'd have to stay at home, a place I seldom see.
No other company offers savings on all kinds of calls. That's your true choice, AT&T.
The Genesis Awards. When people win them, we all benefit. Watch the Genesis Awards. Tonight at 7:30 Mountain, 6:30 Pacific, only on the Discovery Channel. Explore your world.
Thanks to cable technology, school field trips sure aren't like they used to be.
We went to Kenya.
This is the Berlin Wall.
We went to Berlin.
Using interactive cable, millions of students can go almost anywhere.
This is the east, and this is the west.
How do the people get along now that the wall is down?
When the war came down, cable field trips are bringing the world to classrooms across America. The future is on cable.
Hey, Gary, let's go down to the Old Town Puente Street Fair.
Sure thing, Keith. You know, it's this Thursday, May 23rd, 4 to 8 p.m. at 1st and Main in downtown La Puente.
It's going to be fun for the whole family.
You can see the country music television entertainment truck, too.
They're also going to have mariachis, pony rides, the moon bounce crafts, and even more.
Well, the Old Town Puente Street Fair this Thursday, downtown La Puente at 1st and Main. It's 4 to 8 p.m. I'll see you there, Keith.
I'll see you there.
In a Saab 9000 Aero with 225 turbocharged horses, you could have serious fun. You could feel the rush of torque. And when Automobile Magazine says you must drive this car, you could admire their keen grasp of the obvious. The Saab 9000 Aero. Find your own road. Saab.
It was about innovation. It was about elegance. It was about convenience. It was about service. It was about dependability. It still is. The employee owners of TWA. We're up to something good in Europe and our over 80 destinations around the world.
Corporate America is a fishbowl where you're always under a watchful eye. At least with the Stafford collection from JCPenney, you know you'll always look your best. Whether you're seen in tailored suits and wrinkle-free dress shirts or classic sport coats and trousers. And while business is watching you, Stafford lets you keep an eye on your bottom line. The Stafford collection. It could change the way business sees you. JCPenney.
Move over, T-Rex. There's a new dinosaur in town, and only TLC's got him. You've read the headlines. Now witness the incredible find as it happened. TLC brings you the exclusive film of the greatest dinosaur dig in decades. Journey to the heart of the Syrian Sahara and uncover the meanest meat-eating monster ever. Carcharodontosaurus on Paleo World, Sunday at 8, only on TLC.
On June 1st, a new planet will be discovered. A planet unlike any other. Animal Planet. There's no place like it on Earth or on television. All animals, all the time. Join us.
What's the easiest way to get out of a 4x4? Get into this instead. The Audi A6 Quattro. With Quattro all-wheel drive and all the comforts of a German luxury car, it's what more and more 4x4 owners are getting into and out of every day.
Where to? Airport, please, and I'm in a hurry.
Hey, hope you don't mind me saying, but I really like that Diamond Minute thing from Sprint.
That's nice, but I got a plane to catch.
Just think, now I can call Florida, California, even Hawaii for one low flat rate.
Can we get moving?
See, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 8 minutes.
Sometimes you just have to take matters into your own hands.
Call now for Sprint Cents. 10 cents a minute to any state in the country.
Welcome to Thomasville. Where this Memorial Day you'll find elegance and timeless craftsmanship at once-in-a-lifetime prices. The Thomasville Memorial Day Sale. Extraordinary furniture, extraordinarily priced. Call now for details, because after May 27th, this sale will only be a beautiful memory. Thomasville. Make yourself at home.
People on the West and East Coast don't know anything about real barbecue. You have to come to Kansas City to get real barbecue. Good barbecue should be messy, yes. Even the names make you hungry for barbecue. Ooh. I barbecue about 2 or 3 times a week. My barbecue is just as good or better than any restaurant in Kansas City because I make it. Good ribs. Good ribs. Can I get that to go, please?
Go back in time and examine giant prehistoric pests as we explore the micro world of insects on Planet of Light, Monday at 10 Mountain, 9 Pacific on the Discovery Channel.
No matter what kind of call your business makes, AT&T stands behind it. This is the most powerful communications network in the world. And if your call ever runs into trouble, the network sends you around it. Or if a cable gets cut, it won't affect you. No other network handles so much business, and no other network guarantees all of it. Only AT&T stands behind every kind of call your business makes. Where does your phone company stand? AT&T, for the life of your business.
Military machines. All day Monday. Beginning at 11 Mountain, 10 Pacific, only on the Discovery Channel. Explore your world.
Showers.
There are field trips, and then there are field trips.
Through interactive cable technology, our field trip was going to Africa to watch the largest concentration of flamingos in the world.
My name is Emily Haddock. My question is, why don't the predators eat all the flamingos?
Very good question, Emily.
Well, Emily, there are far too many
It
flamingos.
was just really cool.
Cable is bringing the world into thousands of classrooms across America. The future is on.
These guys are persistent.
Well, they're no match for the world's first sport utility wagon.
Oh, really?
All-wheel drive Subaru Outback's got the ground clearance of an Explorer.
Uh-huh.
More headroom than a Cherokee. And rides smooth as any car.
Got any more of those tidbits?
What, like more stability in a turn than a Chevy Blazer?
Sure, that'll do.
That's why Subaru Outback.
You have reached voicemail. Please enter your authorization code. You have 712 unheard messages. To listen, press press 1.
When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you.
You know, people who like Freedent because it won't stick to most dental work love Freedent because it's soft to chew and deliciously long-lasting, too. That's why they stick with the gum that won't. Non-stick Freedent, the perfect gum for almost perfect teeth.
Beginning Monday on Wild Discovery. Wild. Unexplored, unexpected, and untamed. Every weeknight all week. Explore. Take in the sights. Check out the hikes. Experience. Where it's dry, where it's wet. What's to be seen, what's to be done. So cool. What's cool about the American West? The pioneering spirit like you won't believe. Land of the Eagle on Wild Discovery. Beginning Monday at 9 Mountain, 8 Pacific on the Discovery Channel. Brought to you by Roundup. Nobody kills the root like Roundup. No root, no weed, no problem.
Weeding again, eh, Bob? Huh? Why not do it once, do it right?
Why's your head in the ground?
I'm going to watch Roundup kill these roots.
Hey, this is Spike's area.
Bob, Roundup can be used where kids and pets will play and breaks down into natural materials. Since Roundup kills the root, what's not coming back, Bob?
The weed?
You betcha, Bob. Come on down and take a peek.
Can I squirt one?
Sure, Bob.
Millions of Americans with disabilities are eager and able to contribute to society. That's why Jim Brady is calling on America.
Give people with disabilities a chance, and we'll show you what we can do.
They're addicts, obsessed fanatics hooked on wild rides. Ben, listen to the testimony, then decide. Do you believe in aliens? Visit Roswell on Discovery Sunday. This Sunday beginning at 10 Mountain, 9 Pacific, only on the Discovery Channel.
Limits of margins, that's it.
In the shadow of the tower, it takes an iron will to survive.
That's a gutsy shot there.
At this tournament, you don't just out-hit your opponents. You outthink them.
Set match.
The French Open. It's a whole different game. Exclusive cable coverage May 27th through June 7th on USA.
At the center of our justice system is balance. So we matched a hard-hitting former prosecutor with a tough-as-nails defense attorney. Together, they take a provocative look at today's most compelling cases and put the law on trial. Greta Van Susteren and Roger Cossack. The issues, the courts, and your rights. Burden of Proof. Weekdays, 12:30 Eastern on CNN.
Log on to CNN Interactive for the latest news, direct from the CNN newsroom. Rated #1 among all basic cable websites. With business from CNN FM, the new financial network from CNN. Sports scores and highlights from Nick and Fred. Fashion and interior design with Elsa. Entertainment news from Lauren and Jim. The whole world of CNN on the World Wide Web. We're here 24 hours a day at CNN.com.
News travels fast. This just into headline news. What happens there can be seen here, now. That's why people everywhere turn to headline news. For continuously updated news, business, sports, and entertainment, staying in touch with the world has never been easier. Because it doesn't matter what hour of the day it is, the time for headline news is always now. Headline News, a CNN network.
What happens on this day will set it apart from all others. The unexpected and the extraordinary. Now there's a global newscast that captures it all, not just here at home, but around the world. Watched by millions in nearly 200 countries who together will discover just how remarkable this day has been. Worldview, weeknight 6 Eastern on CNN.
Well, if my check is $100, I get back 20. If my check is $300, I get back 60. If it's $600, I get back $120.
Introducing a special invitation from Dining a la Carte. A 2-month trial membership for free.
We have dinner, just like always, add on my tip and everything else, and hand in my Visa card.
At the end of the month, we see a check. It says whatever restaurant and Tarantino's, and we've got our 20% back off from the bill.
Dining a la carte works with your credit cards. There are no embarrassing coupons and never any restaurant blackout periods.
I love the amount of money that I've saved with dining a la carte. I've saved well over $1,000. I've recommended it to friends because it has worked so well for me. I like especially the part that no one knows that you're using it.
Just dine at participating restaurants. In about 30 days, you'll receive a statement listing the restaurants you dined at with a rebate check that equals 20% of your total restaurant charges, including tax and tips.
One thing that I liked about the program was just that it's so easy. I mean, you use your card like you would if you had nothing going on, no coupons or anything, and you get a check in the mail, you know, a couple weeks later. It's just so simple. It's the way to go.
As an attorney, I'm frequently in a position of entertaining clients, and using dining a la carte permits me to do so more often and gives me a great selection of restaurants to choose from.
Dining a la carte is a good thing for people who like to go out for dinners and like to save money.
And here's your special invitation. Call right now for a free 2-month trial membership. Then dine at thousands of restaurants and get 20% rebate checks mailed to your home. So call the number on your screen now.
Dining a la carte is earning extra money.
Just for eating out.
World champion Atlanta Braves, all season on TBS.
It's a funny thing. All these guys built empires, made loads of money, yet rarely ever cracked a smile. At CNN FM, we'll help you make a few bucks and have a good time doing it. CNN FM, business unusual.
If you feel there's not enough quality children's programming on television, here's some good news. Cartoon Network and Children's Television Workshop, the creators of Sesame Street, have gotten together to make a new kind of show for you and your preschooler. It's called Big Bag, and it's enriching and entertaining with brand new Muppets created by Jim Henson's studios. Big Bag can only be seen on Cartoon Network, so call your cable operator and be a part of the next generation in quality children's television.
Today on CNN, for the first time, Israelis will pick a prime minister at the ballot box. The leading candidates, Benjamin Netanyahu and current Prime Minister Shimon Peres, face off in a debate. Complete coverage today, 1:30 Eastern on CNN.
TBS takes a fascinating behind-the-scenes look at the hottest music in America. The stars, the songs, the celebration. America's music, the roots of country. Premieres June 2nd at 7 Eastern, exclusively on TBS.
Today on a special late edition, Saving America's Cities. I'm Frank Sesno. Housing Secretary Henry Cisneros walks us through one of America's most troubled inner cities, plus Jack Kemp and others. Late edition today, noon Eastern on CNN.
This week on CNN Sunday Morning, Israelis will pick a prime minister at the polls for the first time ever. An election preview Sunday, 8 Eastern on CNN.
Why did the Scots fight so brutally with the English? Was it to escape tyranny? To oppose injustice? To gain freedom? Or was it just one too many comments about the skirts?
It's Braveheart. Pull up a chair and see this Academy Award nominee on pay-per-view.
AirTouch Cellular has free weekend calling until 1998. That's over a year and a half of free calls. 250 cellular minutes a month for 19 months. 4,750 minutes free until 1998. That's 79 hours. Do the math. Call 1-800-AirTouch.
This is CNN. Enter the Performance Zone.
with split-fire Performance V spark plugs.
You hit your passing gear, you're gone.
Experts say split-fire Performance V spark plugs mean more horsepower and better mileage.
The difference in gas mileage has been fantastic.
Enter the Performance Zone only with split-fire Performance Vs, guaranteed. And for more power at any RPM, get split-fire Performance V twin-core wires.
You can just pick up a Napa part and feel the quality. When you look at the price, feels even better.
Pick up your share of quality products at Napa's Red, White, and Blue sale. With Napa motor oil, only 89 cents a quart. Contoured style bug shields for a low $29.99. And a combo pack of no-touch tire and wheel cleaners, just $2.99 after rebate. So come, save some green at Napa's Red, White, and Blue sale.
America running.
If I didn't see it, I wouldn't believe it.
If I wasn't here, I wouldn't have believed it.
I wouldn't believe it if I didn't see it.
These people just witnessed an amazing demonstration. We put this Duraloop treated engine through the ultimate torture test. We drained all the oil, all the water, then flooded it with a fire hose. It kept on running because Duraloop protects your engine like no other product can.
I wouldn't believe it if I didn't see it myself.
Now let Duraloop make a believer out of you. Duraloop, peace of mind in a bottle.
I was just a little boy. I asked my mother, what should I be? Shall I be handsome? Shall I be rich? Here's what she said to me. KCET, said I.
Just because your dreams have been crushed doesn't mean your boys have to be. 100% cotton, cut for comfort. Fruit of the Loom. Really, really comfortable underwear.
Brought to you by Citgo. Just get up and go. Citgo says go.
At Citgo, when you team up our super premium gasoline with our Super Guard motor oil, you'll get all the high performance and reliability you demand. So, prepare yourself to be totally blown away. Super premium performance. Citgo says go.
Suddenly, there's Sudden Shine. Clean, shine, and protect your whole car in just minutes. Just spray and wipe, and wow, suddenly, windows are clean, water repellent, and streak-free. Suddenly, chrome sparkles, trim glistens, wheels shine. Suddenly, you're done. Now clean and shiny is fast and easy with Sudden Shine Auto Polish Treatment.
It's time for this week's secret clue on how to catch the big ones in the TNN Outdoors Bass Tournament 96 contest on Sega Genesis and PC CD-ROM. You ready, Sinker?
No, I can't find a pencil or paper.
Check the area that you're casting in. Mind the sunlight and, most importantly, the wind direction. Cast too hard and the wind may take your line, causing you to lose your lure.
Win great prizes in the TNN Outdoors Bass Tournament 96 contest on now. Watch TNN Outdoors.
Found them.
If it's metal and it's outdoors, it needs rust protection. Enter Krylon Rust Tough. Spray or brush on a beautiful finish so tough it even protects against the destructive elements of nature. Well, most of them. Krylon Rust Tough protects tough.
On the next Dukes of Hazzard, Bo and Luke try to help an old friend break the moonshining habit, only to run into trouble with a misunderstanding parole officer. That's the Dukes of Hazzard, Monday at 4 on TNN. It's always a classic short track battle when the Bush Circuit rolls into South Boston, Virginia. And last year, early on, a duel between Doug Hebron and Chad Little went up in smoke. Then a top-notch pit crew put Little back together. And after some tough, narrow groove racing, undetermined Chad Little came back to take the victory. Now the Bush boys are back for more. It's the NASCAR Bush Grand National Ford Credit 300. Saturday, June 8, 5 p.m., 4 Central on TNN Motorsports.
The following is brought to you by Armor All, leaders in automotive protection and beautification for almost a quarter of a century.
Hi, folks. During a recent inspection of thousands of vehicles in major cities, one glaring fact was revealed.
We're talking about tires. They had the highest failure rate of all the safety items checked.
Better than 1 in 4 had incorrect tire pressure, which accelerates tire wear and adverse brakes. 1 month.
Nothing makes a car look hotter than shiny wheels. So I use Quicksilver Wheel Cleaner from Armor All. No scrubbing, just spray and rinse to get the brake dust and grime ordinary cleaners can leave behind. So every time you wash your car, use Quicksilver from Armor All.
Kyle Petty closing in on Morgan rather quickly.
We've got to spin the 42-car Kyle Petty.
Kyle is badly damaged in turn 3.
Man, this is one tough toolbox.
The name says it all. If it's not better built, it's not.
These guys are persistent.
Well, they're no match for the world's first sport utility wagon.
Oh, really?
All-wheel drive Subaru Outback's got more headroom than a Cherokee.
Uh-huh.
The ground clearance of an Explorer.
So you said.
Ride smooth as any car.
Got any more of those tidbits?
What, like more stability in a turn than a Chevy Blazer?
Sure, that'll do.
That's my Subaru Outback. World's first sport utility wagon.
People say I'm a show-off, that I got a big mouth. Sometimes I get out of control. That old heap and me, we do all right. NHRA on TNN Motorsports. It doesn't get any closer.
NASCAR fans, sail with the Winston Cup Stars December 9th through 13th on the 2nd annual NASCAR Family Cruise to benefit the Winston Cup Racing Wives Auxiliary. Enjoy NASCAR festivities, parties, and activities, plus stops in the Bahamas. Call now for 5 days and 4 nights on the Big Red Boat, leaving December 9th.
I need my car fixed. Where's your price list?
It's in my head.
Is all that work guaranteed?
Guaranteed?
I can't hear you. What is that noise?
Over at Pep Boys, the prices are there in black and white, and the work is always guaranteed. 26,000 items at the guaranteed low price, tires and service, too. Pep Boys, everything but gas.
What you got there, son?
I was just checking out this Home Light electric start gas trimmer.
Electric gas?
Now, Dad, it's a gas trimmer, but with an electric start. See, you just push this button.
Let me see.
It's pretty cool.
Feels good.
The electric start gas-powered trimmer from Home Light. So easy to start. You can't wait to get started.
When cars raced at an awesome 5 miles per hour, Mobil Oil was there. When a race car broke 100, Mobil was in it. Mobil was in the winner of the first race across America. And since then, Mobil has been in more Indy 500 winners than any other oil in the history of Indy. So if you think that all oils are alike, think about something. At Mobil, we've been changing oil for over 125 years.
Opryland Hotel is proud to announce the 3rd Annual International Country Music Expo, hosted by award-winning producer Larry Butler, who has 65 gold and platinum record awards, the only country producer to win the coveted Grammy Award for Producer of the Year. Last year's event was a tremendous success. Singers and songwriters came from all over the United States and around the world to participate. This year, you'll spend 4 exciting days at the world-famous Opryland Hotel and learn from the experts on how to get into the music business. You'll have the opportunity to ask questions, but more importantly, you'll have the opportunity to perform your music in front of representatives from some of the major Nashville record labels. They will also have rooms for you to play your demo tapes. If you stay at the Opryland Hotel, you'll receive a discount on your room, plus free passes to Opryland and more.
If you're looking for a career in country music, this is a great opportunity. I'll see you there.
Call 615-255-7881 for more information and a free brochure. Again, that's 615-255-7881.
Hi, Mark Bunting here, the Computer Man, and welcome once again to the show, and welcome back to the loft. You know, each week I get lots of cards and letters from you asking me to cover certain products or certain technologies. But it seems like lately I've been getting a lot of requests from people about how to address that family member, that friend, who doesn't know anything about computers at all. How do you get them started? So I thought I'd do a quick bit of evangelizing. It's really quite simple. The computer itself is just a tool. like a stapler or a drill or any other type of product that you use in your service, the computer is just an extension of the work that you want to get done, the games you want to play, the information that you want to find. You just need to treat it as such. It's not anything to be afraid of. Get your hands on, touch the keyboard, and get started. No matter who you are, how old or how young, you'll find something to do in this new computer revolution. Well, with that as a quest, let's get on to this week's show because we got some great new things to show you that this tool can do for you. First of all, we're going to see a demonstration on how computers make it easy for us to learn things in general, and in particular, musical instruments. Then we're going to check out Java. Now, this is a new computer language that's going to make the World Wide Web a much more interesting place to be, a more multimedia place to be. We're also going to see some of the best of a popular form of entertainment software, murder mysteries. And of course, as is the norm, we're going to check out the hottest sites on the World Wide Web. I call them hotspots, and more on this edition of The Computer Man. You know, if you're a computer user who's browsing the World Wide Web, you know what it's capable of today. Very rich graphics, lots of text, but when it comes to audio and video, you've got to go through some download time. Well, one new technology that's going to dramatically, and I mean really, really dramatically change the entire web experience is from Sun, and it's called Java. Now, Java's been getting a lot of trade press and regular media coverage lately about the way in which it's going to multimedia enrich the World Wide Web. Well, I recently had a chance to go up to the Bay Area to visit with the folks at Sun to learn about this somewhat complicated yet very exciting new web technology. I would like to get from you, in as layman terms as possible, an explanation of exactly what Java is. I mean, everywhere I go, I'm hearing the hype. Java is going to revolutionize the way we get information, primarily on the internet, not just about accessing static pages and pictures, but real interactivity, multimedia with content on the World Wide Web.
Well, you know, people are using web browsers today to look at static content. You know, the problem is the pictures don't change. The content is dead.
Right.
What Java does is it makes the content come alive, and there's a lot you can do with that.
So then is Java really just bringing multimedia and interactivity to the content on the internet, or is it something bigger than that?
Well, I think of it as the difference between black and white and color television. Once you've interacted with a page where there's a program that comes to you, asks you questions, draws pictures, personalizes the message, you can't go back to static pictures.
What you're getting is the multimedia, the animation that you would expect in a CD-ROM, and then you're getting real-time information across the network. So let me give you an example. For instance, managing your personal finances. Today, if you use the web to do that, maybe you'll go to a website that contains information about your stock quotes from yesterday. Well, that's not very interesting, and there's nothing animated about that site. It's dull, it's static, it's boring. But with Java, you can create a personal finance web page that has real-time stock feeds, real-time stock quotes streaming across the window with a live spreadsheet that's attached to those stock quotes telling you what you're worth at that particular second based on your portfolio, and maybe an animated graph of the last couple of hours of movements of your stock, and perhaps even a closed captioning or video shot of the local financial newscast in your region. It's a combination of interactivity, real-time interactivity, live information, and animation. It's really bringing the web to life. It's like the difference between radio and TV. It's really bringing the web into a completely new medium.
What are some other examples of applications that people are using Java for, specifically on the internet, to do things that they couldn't do before?
They're all over the map. For instance, the medical community can use this to look at a patient's x-ray. You can see a cross-section of a lung on a web page and get real-time information back. Another example, someone out there has developed a weather map that gives you real-time information about ground temperature throughout the United States and storm fronts moving in. All you do is slide your mouse across the map and you get real-time information back. So what we're talking about is taking the internet from where it's been, which is really like one big boring brochure, to where it's going with Java, which is real-time information, live animation, really the power of a CD-ROM with the reach of a network and all of this information delivered across securely. That's the power of Java.
From Broderbund Software comes Learn the Art of Magic, an educational and entertaining CD-ROM that whisks children to the world of illusion. Hosted by Jay Alexander, a master illusionist, the program not only shows you magic tricks, but how to perform some of them. Before Jay takes you behind the scenes, you must swear to the magician's oath, which is never tell anyone how the trick is done and never perform the trick twice. Lucky for us, our magician friend violates this trust because you can watch the tricks as many times as you want. You'll learn to perform tricks like the dazzling dice, the card washer, or the wish box. Our host also coaches you through tricks utilizing everyday household items. Music and vintage carnival art serve as the backdrop for a look at magicians past, like Houdini and Chung Ling Soo.
Whoa! Look at all these shackles! Police departments everywhere would make shackles to see if Houdini can get out. And you know what? He always escapes. Chung Ling Soo is famous for his water bowl trick. He'd blow smoke into the bowl, and it would turn into water.
Although the glimpses of these conjurers and escape artists are brief, you can really see why they serve as an inspiration to modern illusionists like a David Copperfield. Once you've got the history down and are comfortable with your sleight of hand skills, you can print a certificate of merit and then even make tickets and a poster for your own magic show. Now you're ready to amaze your friends and family. Although designed for ages 8 to 12, Broderbund's Learn the Art of Magic is simple enough for younger children and easy enough fun for older kids too. Now, if you're looking for a sports site on the web, check out ESPN's Sports Zone. Now, this one is brought to you, of course, by the sports cable giant ESPN. Now, as you can see, it covers all different categories or types of sports. The first page has all-day sports news, where you can just click on a headline and get into that particular story. In addition to that, there's links to other sites specific to different sports, like football, there's a basketball site. Just about any kind of sport you want to find, they've got some coverage on it. For example, let's check out basketball. This NBA page has the same look as the Sports Zone page, where you just click on a headline and automatically you can read an article. Now, it's here that I realized that ESPN offers what they call a subscriber service on this page. We have to sign up and pay to get further into it. Now, I continued surfing around and noticed that a lot of the time, it would offer you a link to something cool, but when you clicked on the icon, it linked you back to the subscriber page. Now, this is kind of aggravating. As much as I like the ESPN site, it really started to bug me. So I ventured out to see what I could get on without shelling out the 30 or so bucks a month. And there was still a lot as far as text is concerned. There were complete stats, schedules, even sports updates. But when they offer audio and video highlights, you're linked back to the subscriber page again. So check out the ESPN Sports Zone, but don't expect to get far without shelling out a few bucks for the really good stuff.
From planting a garden to building a deck,
Everything you need to know to get the job done right.
it's a full day for the do-it-yourselfer. Home Improvement's Debbie Dunning is here.
So join me for TLC's Home Project Day.
Monday, beginning at noon.
The Infiniti i30 is truly an extraordinary luxury car. It has a revolutionary micro-finished V6 that can out-accelerate many luxury V8s. It comes with patented rear multi-link beam suspension that allows for superb handling. And it does something all $30,000 luxury cars should do. Perform.
Good ideas keep improving until they're a part of everyday life. Well, now, the same is true for online services. Introducing WOW from CompuServe. It's like getting two online services in one. There's a parent's or adult view and a separate protected environment for kids. WOW is everything that's good about online services, made better. You can customize WOW to keep track of your favorite topics. And practically everyone in your home gets an email address. WOW makes getting online easy. So what's on your computer tonight? If it's not WOW, it's history. WOW from CompuServe. Online, made easy. Now try it free for 30 days.
From victory in the Pacific, all the way to Desert Triumph. A special Memorial Day event, Battles to Remember. Monday beginning at 7 on TLC.
What we're trying to do at Red Ant is use the computer's power to reveal pattern in music. And that's a capability that computers have that has not been possible before. Music is a very complicated thing. And if you take an image that's very complex, it becomes simpler if you can see simple patterns below it. What we're trying to do is take that same approach to music and give people an ability to play very complex music, but simplify it down to their level so they can play it at their own physical level. What we allow you to do through our Insight format, which is a patented format, we're able to show you the simple patterns underneath this, which you can learn first, and then build those patterns up to where you can play this piece. This is the simplest pattern underneath the piece, which is just the chord outline, the chord structure. And what we have is a video showing you where to place your hands. We've got instrument display and the score animating, and we can change the tempo just by simply moving the tempo indicator down. The score slows down, the video slows down, everything, the instrument, all the animation. As you move up to a higher level here in the Simplify buttons, the score gets a little bit more complex. You can add more complexity when you're ready. You can, basically, we're just adding in notes. You've got your video and the instrument display. You can still slow it down. If you want to work on a particular part, all you have to do is just select an area and loop it. It's very easy. So it has several key benefits. One is that you can learn at your own level. You can learn the music you want to learn today. And you can control the level of difficulty, whether you want to learn a more difficult version, or you want to learn one little part, or you want to change the speed. Got several things you can do to control it for you. We also have a version for guitar. You can look at a guitar in several different views. We have a view where you focus on the hand. You can also focus on picking, or you can look at both of them. One of the things that's fairly significant is seeing all this animation at once. It's all linked together, it's all speed controlled. If you want to look at any particular note and see what it is, you just click on it, and we give you the note names. We've also got a little picking indicator over here, which shows what strings are active, which strings are active up here. And we're showing tablature and the score as well. Once you recognize the patterns that are happening in music and you learn to hear them, it becomes a lot more fun, because you realize why somebody like Eric Clapton is really a great guitarist, is because he's writing variations over very simple ideas, and his variations are so clever. That's what makes him so good. And when you get hip to that whole concept of listening for these variations and listening for patterns, a whole new world opens up in terms of how you enjoy music and what you listen for. And we think this product will help people in that way, and we think the computer is going to help people get a lot more enjoyment out of music in general. Can you imagine what it must be like to be a bartender these days? I mean, days past it was pretty simple. When it comes to beer, you had a few main brands. I mean, that's all you really had to keep up with. But today, with the explosion of home breweries and microbreweries, you've got pails, ales, stouts, porters, you name it. Well, here's some software that may help you sort through this brew of a mess. Microbreweries and brew pubs seem to be popping up all over the place. As a matter of fact, in the U.S. alone, there are hundreds of handcrafted brews to entice the palate and quench the thirst. Now, if you're like me, you probably have trouble deciding on what beer to buy simply because of the hundreds to choose from. Enter the Beer Hunter, a new CD-ROM from the Discovery Channel Multimedia. This package explores beers, ales, porters, and stouts from coast to coast using video segments, audio, and text.
The great diversity of brews shown in this program, the sweet and the dry, the pale and the dark, the light and the heavy.
The Beer Hunter explores the rich character and heritage of nearly 200 microbrews, from New Mexico's green chili ale to the Alaskan smoked porter. British beer connoisseur Michael Jackson will take you through the history of beer, as well as revealing age-old tips for the home brewers. For instance, special ingredients, equipment, and procedures needed for making a brew you can truly be proud of. In search of the world's great beers,
Michael Jackson's travels have led him to all corners of the globe.
If you appreciate fine foods or wines, or even if you haven't thought about it much, I encourage you to expand your palate for a good beer. Of course, it might take a lifetime.
Who better to be your online host? So if you love beer, or just like it, check this one out. You can now visit the White House online, where you'll be introduced to the President, the Vice President, the First Lady, and even the wife of the Vice President. You can read a biography on Clinton as well as view still pictures of them in various situations. The President's recent public addresses can be scanned through, as well as highlights from his first 18 months in office. The First Lady even has a homepage where you can view her biography and accomplishments. All the while, you'll pass by links to other agencies, even topics and areas of other interest. Now, while you're taking a tour of the White House, you're going to see pictures and written text detailing interesting facts of each and every room inside the facility. You'll find pictures and bios of past presidents as well. Now, if you have young children at home, there's an excellent section entitled White House for Kids. Here they can surf around the White House and learn in simpler terms all of the history detailed in the more advanced sections for adults. There's even information on past presidents' children who used to live there. If you haven't been able to make it to the White House itself, or at least not just yet, I highly recommend a stop in cyberspace first. Check out the White House online.
What does it feel like in the new Club World tilting cradle seat? What does it feel like in the Club World London Arrivals Lounge with private showers?
They say Gateway 2000 changed how the world buys computers. Factory direct over the phone. Now we bring you Destination.
It's a big screen PC.
This is cool.
It is TV and a computer.
Shoot! Oh my gosh.
He's going to want one of these, you know.
Where does it come from?
South Dakota.
South Dakota.
Gateway computers feature the Intel Pentium processor. To find out more about Destination or our other PCs, call 1-800-GATEWAY. You've got a friend in the business.
On June 1st, a new planet will be discovered. A planet unlike any other. Animal Planet. There's no place like it on Earth or on television. All animals, all the time. Join us.
If you own country property, tractors with brush cutters are fine for clearing big fields. But for smaller meadows, pastures, and woodlots, they're just too big and expensive. But look. The amazing self-propelled DR field and brush mower can go where tractors can't. It's perfect for clearing meadows and pastures, cutting trails and walking paths, and for maneuvering around trees in woodlots. Plus, the DR can handle slopes too steep and dangerous for riding equipment. So picture yourself with a DR at your place. Clear tall grass and brush right up to a fence line. Cut brambles, brush, and saplings up to 1 inch thick. Keep your banks, ditches, and roadsides mowed and looking great the easy DR way. Call toll-free 1-800-694-1919 for your big free package all about the amazing DR field and brush mower. That's 1-800-694-1919 for free DR details.
A startling slaying is sending shockwaves through San Francisco tonight. Popular art gallery owner Zachary Barnes was found shot dead at his workspace. The man being charged with his murder is Barnes' partner and renowned artist James Tobin.
In the first degree. Now is your chance to be the prosecutor on the most sensational murder case to hit the Bay Area in years. Your job is to prove that artist James Tobin is guilty of both grand theft and murder in the first degree. First Degree is designed with an easily understood interface. Just use your mouse and click on the text to jump into the action.
Did you ever see a gun in the Barnes gallery?
As you get into the game, you'll be able to question witnesses, view taped testimony, check out photos, reports, and letters that may be important to your case. Once you feel sufficiently prepared to move into the courtroom, click on Go to Trial. The local news will be covering the trial, which you'll be able to catch on the evening news. But be warned, they don't always have great things to say about the way you're personally handling the case.
I got to admit, I got completely lost on this one, and I'm sure the jury did too. I also did a quick poll of 10 or so other reporters covering the trial, and several admitted dozing off during this testimony.
After calling your witness and cross-examining the defense witnesses, the case is naturally turned over to the jury. Again, the best outcome you can hope for is a verdict of guilty of murder in the first degree. Anything less, try again. You'll find the cinematography is really good and comes across nicely on your screen. Like some of the other mysteries we'll see today, In the First Degree also includes numerous plot twists and possible verdicts, so each game is truly a new experience. Now, this is a great interactive murder mystery for those of you who are Generation Xers. Viacom's Club Dead, which is MTV's alternative murder mystery game, is on CD-ROM. You're Sam Frost, a cyber plumber. Of course, you fix things. Well, you've been hauled out of prison and coerced into uncovering who or what is killing the clientele at the Alexandria, a resort where the wealthy indulge in intensive synthetic vacations.
Welcome to the Alexandria, the hotel for your mind. Enjoy your visit.
Now, you're only given 4 days to solve the murders, so you'll need the help from the resort's bizarre patrons just to stay alive.
Hey, you the doctor? What does it look like? I mean, yes, of course. How may I help you?
And as it turns out, you're a virtual reality addict yourself, subject to blackouts. In comparison to some of the other murder mystery games, Club Dead's video quality really isn't that great, but it does have some very good computer-generated graphics. Likewise, the interface isn't quite as easy to use as the rest of the games, but after a few run-through trials, you'll begin to get the hang of it, and you'll understand what it's like to operate this murder mystery in cyberspace.
Sam, we haven't heard from Riley, Sam. And the situation at the Alexandria is even more unfortunate than we originally believed.
Hard evidence, Marilyn Monroe files. Now here's your chance to find out for yourself what really happened to Marilyn Monroe. New evidence to support foul play in the Marilyn Monroe death has surfaced. You're given the task of closing the case once and for all. What's unique about this murder mystery is that you can investigate from different viewpoints. You can be a reporter, a policeman, a DA, or the coroner, each character having access to different types of information. Now, in your search, you read actual documents that were used in the Marilyn Monroe case back in the 1960s, as well as view classic footage to help you get a taste of what might have driven the actions of key players in the original case.
Marilyn's meteoric career in the film business starts at the beginning of the 50s. She becomes every man's idol, and she loves to be in the limelight, enjoys being cheered by the GIs fighting in Korea.
Your investigation will take you through Vegas, Los Angeles, and the Big Apple. Just click on the locations and focus on the city map to begin your search. Once inside a building, you gather information by talking to people, pursuing files authentic to the Monroe case, and watching video clips.
Right before the elections, I get the feeling this business may yet turn out costly.
And the murder mystery itself is a must for murder mystery fans and Marilyn Monroe fans alike. The Magic Death. The Magic Death combines more than 100 minutes of full-motion color video, sound, and animation to present a murder case that you attempt to solve in the shortest time possible. The mystery begins when a brilliant anthropology student's life ends. Elspeth Haskard is discovered dead on her office floor, where she's been smeared with clay and strange symbols marked in white powder. The situation is complicated by the fact that Elle Smith's apartment had been burglarized 2 days before her death, at which time some audio tapes of Haitian voodoo rituals were also stolen. Well, you jump into the case after you've been prompted by voice instructions. You're then able to review a report of the murder prepared by your assistant, Detective Lucy Farewell. As you try to crack the case, you'll examine objects at the murder scene, perform forensic tests, and go through the victim's phone records, diary, research notes, even investment reports. In addition, there's a press conference where you'll address the media to answer questions and identify who the suspects are. One of the best things about this murder mystery game is that after you solve the murder, you'll have a chance to do it all again, but next time with different twists.
Why float through life when you can drive?
Our email system is so easy to use. It may revive the lost art of letter writing. Or not. Wow, a new online service from CompuServe. Try it free. Now get a special TV offer on WOW, a new online service from CompuServe, exclusively for Windows 95. Coupon optional.
Hi, it's me again. Looks like AT&T is back at it, trying to confuse everybody about who saves the most on long distance. The truth is, MCI not only saves over AT&T, we prove it in writing. Guess you can't blame AT&T, though. If you were more expensive than MCI, wouldn't you want everyone to be confused, too?
Move over, T-Rex. There's a new dinosaur in town, and only TLC's got him. You've read the headlines. Now witness the incredible find as it happened. TLC brings you the exclusive film of the greatest dinosaur dig in decades. Journey to the heart of the Syrian Sahara and uncover the meanest meat-eating monster ever. Carcharodontosaurus on Paleo World, tonight at 8, only on TLC.
Let's talk about printers. Now, when you're shopping for a printer, there's 3 different kinds of technology that you need to understand so that you make the right choice. There's dot matrix, inkjet, bubblejet, and laser printers. Now, depending on your needs and your budget, you need to select the printer that's right for you. Now, your least expensive printer is usually going to be your dot matrix printer. But likewise, they're not the highest quality output. Great for printing checks, printing forms, or just doing an occasional letter, but probably not the workhorse kind of printer you're going to need for around the office. Speaking of workhorse, the highest end of that spectrum is going to be your laser printer. Now, laser printers will give you great graphics and letter quality output, and they can also print much, much faster than other printers. They're also going to be your most expensive. Split the difference? Inkjet, bubblejet printers, which give you letter quality output, but they're not near as fast as their laser printer cousins. So depending on your budget and depending on your needs, make sure you select the printer that's right for you.
Here's a website that needs no introduction. The X-Files. Following in the footsteps of Star Trek and perhaps The Twilight Zone, The X-Files has amassed quite a cult following, enough so to warrant an X-Files website. At the site, you'll be able to read background information on your favorite characters, check dates and titles of past shows, even have a chance to test your X-Files knowledge for a chance at a free X-Files t-shirt. Now, for those of you that just can't wait till the next episode, there's a summary of upcoming programs so you'll always know what's ahead. Now, odds are you've seen at least one episode of The X-Files, but just in case you've been in a cave for the past few years, there's a section that explains how the show started and fills you in on the characters, even the main plots of the show. X-File fanatics and sci-fi fans alike will want to make sure to have this site on their cyber roadmap permanently marked. Hey, good show this week, don't you think? Well, unfortunately, we're out of time here at the Loft once again. But you know, as always, if you've got any good story ideas, maybe there's a computer product, be it hardware, software, anything at all that you'd like to see me cover on the show, drop me a line. Now, you can get a hold of me on my website at www.bunting.com. Leave your name, leave your information, and we'll get back to you. Well, until next time, this is Mark Bunting coming at you from the Loft, your computer man. I'll see you.
Beer is a civilized drink. Some anthropologists even suggest that civilization began with beer, that human beings first gathered in organized societies to farm the land.
You're watching the Learning Channel.
Sexual comments, jokes, and gestures are creating a hostile environment in our country's classrooms.
I tried to be as rude as I could to her.
I don't know what Some say sexual harassment among students has reached epidemic proportions.
I did not want to face these people every day on a day-to-day basis.
We got to step in and say,